socks ago, there was once a sock named George. As a baby sock, he frolicked along his merry way and had no trouble at all. One night, he tragically got left in his dryer, and when the colors went in, he ended up separated from his parents and was adopted by an unfertile pair of brown sock parents, Barbara and Big John. They decided not to inform him of being different from the rest of the socks. This led to many quarrels with George's new grand socks, and this is where our story begins.
Oh my sockness, this dark cramped drawer makes me sick, the constant swaying and rocking like a boat adrift at sea. We are the stranded boat with no supply of decisions. George doesn't know, but his parents do. What a terribly hard decision for them.
Where are the pajamas now? They will surely know what to do. They are so wise because they get the many dreams that are so helpful. If Barbara and Big John really want to make a firm decision, they should consult the pajamas. Let their quarrel end in the current sock on this act.
Our Prince Sock, George of different sources. His situation is clearer than the Caribbean Sea. Let this tragedy reveal itself to our friend gently, and let him know softly. We see that this cannot end well, and the flaw will end a great one.
We are sockfully happy now. John feels remorse, and George still doesn't know, so we are okay, for now. This sock drawer barely sees the nightlight of the bedroom, but we all know of the mirror up top. The true exposer of truth will hinder curiosity.
Hey George, come sit with us.
How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How about all of you?
Good.
What are you guys talking about? Anything sock breaking?
Well, we were talking about who our grand socks and ancestors were.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to know where you came from. That does sound pretty cool. Who are your grand socks? One of my grandparents are Sacagawea. She helped Lewis and Clark travel across the United Stocks of America.
I think my grand sock was one of the most successful socks in all of sock history. He was the great William Sockspear. Oh, put a sock in it. We all know my grand sock was the greatest sock known to sockkind. His name was Socrates.
Now, let's not fight about whose grand sock was the sockiest. How about you, George? Who were your grand socks? Well,
You do know who your grand socks were. Didn't your parents ever tell you?
I suppose not. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, that really sucks. You ought to ask them sometime.
I will ask them. I honestly have no idea. I'm as clueless as that sock who tried to put on socks. You never know, you might find out who you really are. I already know who I am, but I suppose it's worth a gander.
Well, we're all going to play soccer. Would you like to sock around with us?
No, I'm alright. I think I'm gonna go home. Is there something that I don't know? Why wouldn't my parents tell me who my grand socks were? Why keep this from their only sock? I never thought about it until now. Do I really know who I am? I never thought of myself as different. I always thought I was the same as everybody else. What if I'm nobody? Nah, that's impossible. I know who I am. I don't need anybody to tell me who I am. But I might as well go ask. I want to have super socky grand socks too. Mom, Dad, I'm home.
How was sock school, sweetie?
It was socky like always.
Good.
Dad, could you come here? Sure, son. What is it you need?
Is everything okay? Is something bothering you?
Well, yes and no. Today, my sock friends and I were talking about our grand socks. They asked me if I had any. I wanted to ask why you never told me who mine were. Did they do something wrong?
No, it's nothing like that. It's just that...
What your mother is trying to say is that They're what? Who are they? Spit it out.
We can't tell you.
Why not? We just can't, son. But why? We promised we wouldn't. That's just not fair.
George, we know it may not sound fair, but this is for your own good. We're doing what we think is best for you.
Well, what if it isn't the best thing for me? Why do you get to decide and I can't? That isn't fair. I want to know. Are you scared that I won't like them? That I won't be like them? Or maybe they won't like me. Please tell me. I'm sorry, but that's all we are going to say about it. Now, we feel great compunction for keeping the truth from you, but it is for the best. Now get ready for bed. Fine. Life is a challenge. Why won't they tell me? This is so Sock.
The young George is ambivalent of his past and his near future. What will he do in order to know who he truly is? Will he undergo great dangers in order to uncover the truth? Or will he abandon his quest for knowledge at the start?
Let our supplication answer his question. Let us also hope that he solves this on his own, for others might cloud his judgment. It is upon him to find the solution that he seeks. Let him not focus on the problem, but the solution.
His complaining is the source of his problem. He complains, yet expects gratification and reward. If he is to act upon his desires, then he might one day fulfill them.
May we then pray to the great Sock gods. Let them grace him with wisdom, so he may be guided towards the correct path.
Fine, if they don't want to be honest and tell me about my grand socks, I'll just go figure it out on my own. The wise pajamas will know what I should do to figure some of these things out.
Who dares be the sock that disturbs the pajamas without an appointment?
I'm sorry, sir, but I need to receive a fortune from the pajamas. It's important. I need...
Say no more! You are unfit to be a client of the pajamas. The pajamas will be anything less than pleased if I bring you to them in this sock-dition.
What do you expect? I traveled 2 days non-stop just to get here. Like I said, it's extremely important that I see the pajamas and receive my fortune. Please, sir, I just want to know who I really am and who my ancestor socks are.
Alright. But the pajamas will not be happy. I can guarantee you that. Excuse me, your greatnesses. I have a traveler here wishing to have his fortune told. He has traveled day and night all the way through the sock drawer just to see you, although this has left him in a less than desirable sock-dition.
Oh, good socks, that smells awful, like some sort of sewer, and this boy's clothing is decrepit. Why on earth would you think that we would give you a simple middle sock of fortune? Either way, we are unable to assist you. Your age prevents us from foretelling the whole truth about your life that is to come. There is much that is possible in your life. Margaret, be silent. I can sense it. This young sock has already dealt with great deception and confusion in his life. He wishes only to know things perhaps related to his ancestry.
Yeah, how'd you know that stuff about me?
It's our job, dear Sock. Now let us think for a moment that we may correctly prepare your fortune. In order to define thyself, you must see thyself. Take this information as you wish, but let me tell you this. Your mother and father are grieving from your disappearance. They wish to see you again and apologize to you for their deceit. It is vital that you go to them, forgive them for their wrongful acts, and in hope that the things may return to normal. Do not stay on your own journey back home, or bad things may be in store.
Find thyself, you must see thyself. What's that supposed to mean? I have to look at myself, like in a mirror or something? The only place I could possibly do that is at the top of the dresser, which is such a great distance.
No more questions. It is now up to you to fulfill the fortune or dispel it from your life. It's your choice, and your only actions will change it. We wish you good luck on your hopefully expedient journey of self-exploration. Now that the young traveler has received his fortune, it is up to him to prevent his misfortune. His thoughts consuming his mind, his heart pounding, he knows not the fate that is to come.
Let us hope that the supplication from his sock parents is enough to draw him home, to exculpate them without being led astray throughout his journey.
As he continues to find himself and his ancestry, the mystery of the true answer reveals itself more and more. However, this torturous journey is far from over.
There are things the traveler will not want to believe, and that will be his ultimate demise. He will turn his cheek to the things that he depended on, bring great pain upon himself, like the heavy burden of an anvil on his back.
Who am I? My whole life has been one huge lie, and now I'm just sock body that I used to know. Why would my parents never tell me this? No, this revelation does not change who I really am. I am still me. However, my primal thought has always been that I'm different. I cannot have disdain for the oracle when it is telling the truth, nor can I venerate my parents for hiding a crucial part of my past from me. It's like I'm the ugly duckling. I'm different from the rest of my family, yet not necessarily in a bad way. My last supplication is that I visit the drawer once more before my journey comes to an end. I must talk to the pajamas. Pajamas, in order to understand what to do next, I am in dire need of your assistance. What should I do?
You will not like what we have to say. Although it is an expedient, the idea may be hard for you to grasp.
What is it? Spit it out already.
You must forgive your parents.
Oh, but...
But nothing! You shall do as we say, or bad things will come your way.
You are all rocks, impossible to weather down to a simpler answer. I cannot just apologize to the socks I looked up to most in life when they blatantly lied to me.
Understanding why they did what they did is a start.
They are the rain, battering me down just so I can stand up straight. Well, I never realized the rain was trying to hurt me until now.
Stop pitying yourself. It's pathetic and proves that deep down you're really shallow.
I'm through with all of this. I ought to sock it to you. All this drama makes my googly eyes feel like they're going to fall straight off my velvety flesh. The fuzz of my outer stitching is absolutely prickling with rage and dismay, and the white of my hide seems paler than normal. My discrepant parents better have a great compunction for what they've done to me. I need time to think.
George is a fool to believe the drawer has done or said wrong. Back in the time of Socrates, we learned that not listening to the drawer after a prophecy has proven to be grievous. George thinks that all socks are equal, but some socks are more equal than others, including himself. Opening his eyes, not visually, but with his heart, can bring him great fortune. If his heart remains shut off, however, then consequences of disproportionate extremes may result. An unlearned, ignorant sock can wreak much havoc in a drawer. He doesn't appear to be unintelligent, but he is definitely lacking in competence. Oh, George, the poor sock! One can only imagine the pain he has had to go through in the past 5 minutes. Somebody, quick, find him a lighthouse! George has the option of listening to the pajamas and going back to his adoptive parents, or to go back to the top of the dresser where the mirror is. He stands off to the side, where no one can see him, and his internal monologue begins.
Do I really want to go back to my parents? Or rather, not even my parents? Who are they? Those discrepant socks are imposters to me. Nothing is as I knew it to be anymore. My feelings of disdain for them are so unmistakably great right now. I have the choice of returning to the socks whom I thought I'd known my whole life, which is a lie, or the choice to leave and find my own family and future. Yes, I should know. I should venerate the pajamas and seriously take their words in consideration. But what do they know about me and my life? To them, I'm just another sock in their midst. I think I know my choice now. I must leave my life and parents, as I've known it to be, and find my own destiny. My mind is finally made up. Thank you for your advice, O wise pajamas. I must leave, as my destiny awaits me.
Remember, if you do not return home, only bad things are to come of it. We highly recommend that it is expedient for you to return home. May the great sock gods bless you in whatever your decision is.
Careful! My glossy wooden handles are an essential part to my being. Without them, no man or woman could ever access the soft human clothing that lies within me. The vibrant shades of orange or neon pink would never be seen again unless I was opened with extreme force.
I'm almost at the top of the dresser. Stop being such a big baby.
You're as stubborn as a mule. Stop that right now.
Ah, oh noble pajamas, please grant me supplication for my ignorance. No.